my name is Brad, and I am here right now with Garrett from Silent Planet. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. So you guys are on Warped Tour. How has that been so far?
It's been hot. It's been surprisingly rainy. It's been fun. It's been challenging. And the food's been great.
Right. Yeah, no, I always hear, I think every time I cover Warped Tour, everyone always asks about the food.
Yeah.
They always, or not asks, but they talk about the food.
They tell you about it, and you're like, I don't care. But they're like, well, the food's so gourmet, and I think the same company that caters this caters Taylor Swift, and it's crazy. Yeah.
That's awesome. I know that I always cover Detroit usually, and they always have like you can watch the band members eat catering there because it's like inside the palace.
Well,
so like
a zoo animal. That's cool.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So I think I was talking to Atreyu about that last year, and yeah, but bands always talk about catering, and I'm like, why didn't you bring me any?
I bet you that Andy Biersack, Andy Black.
Yeah.
I bet you that he has a bigger crowd of people watching him eat than my band does playing music. How cool is that?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Depending on how you look at it.
Right, of course. So you guys released an album last year called Everything Was Sound.
Yeah.
What can you tell us a little bit about that album?
Yeah, the album is about it's basically a walk through the mind and in a broader sense, almost a mental hospital. Every song's about a different form of psychosis or mental disorder, and through different stories and people I've met, and the goal is to, I guess, help the listener empathize with people they may not understand, tell stories that they've never heard, and to help us understand that the problems we go through aren't necessarily damning, that we can rise above them. So.
Of course, that's good. That's always a good message. I know that one of my favorite bands is Patty Walter, As It Is, and Patty Walters at the APMAs last night. He gave the speech on like stuff like that. So I've just over the past year I've noticed bands be more open about talking about mental health, and that's a really good like message to give. So have you ever worked with any foundations regarding like mental health stigmas or anything like that in the past?
Yeah, quite a bit. Well, for me, I guess it kind of started. I was a therapist actually for a year. And so I was pretty hands-on, doing therapy for college students with mood disorders. And then, yeah, we as a band have partnered a lot with different groups like Voice for the Innocent or Heart Support, and people who are doing kind of this, similar work. So, yeah, it's great. It's good.
That's good. That's good. That's good to hear. And you guys just released a music video, too, I heard. What was that song that you guys did?
It was Understanding Love Is Lost.
Right, and I saw that, and it was a really good music video. As all the whole album is good. I was reading a few reviews on it too, and like I think one guy said like people are calling it like masterpiece or like regardless of whatever.
Beethoven's a masterpiece. We're lucky that.
No, for me, I don't usually listen to heavy music, but the new Silent Planet record is one of the ones that I do listen to. So that's
thank you.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for giving us a chance.
Yeah. What else? What do you think the coolest like fan experience that you guys have encountered over the years, or regardless, releasing this new album?
To be honest, the goal of Silent Planet has always been to challenge the notion of like band fan, or sort of the dichotomy and the separation or like the gap between the two. And so we call them lovers, and it sounds cheesy, but we call our listeners lovers, or at least I do, because they're definitely not just like fans to me. They're like, these are the people who I've written stories for them. Our song Panic Room is about my friend Gerald Clark, who I met at a show, and I guess someone could say he's a fan or he listens to Silent Planet, but it's gone way past that.
Right.
I'm gonna try to be at his wedding, and it's like the goal has been to, I guess, transcend that, because I don't imagine our band being the most popular or the most successful or the most lucrative or the band that breaks out and they're at the Grammys. I think the goal for me has just been like, with whoever the Lord brings down this path, like be faithful with that, be intentional with that, and
that's always really cool, because you know, you look at, you know, bands that are, you know, obviously they are famous, they are popular, but, you know, it's, I feel like there's always, you know, those bands that aren't really like in it. Not to name, you know, names and say that those bands are bad, but I think that it's really cool to listen to bands, especially, you know, Silent Planet specifically, that, you know, it's not about, you know, writing music that, you know, would top the charts or, you know, go that extra mile. I feel like it's about connection at that point, and that's a really good message. Because like you said with the fan, you know, some people that listen to your stuff, you know, you write the stuff that's obviously very cathartic and very, you know, very just immediate in its delivery and the message and everything, and you know, people connect with that. So at that point, it's almost like they know you, they know what you've gone through. Yeah, no, there's I teach a creative writing course every day, and something that I remind anyone who takes the course is like, if it's gonna be good, you're gonna like just bare yourself to the world. I have an art friend who said it's like shitting in public. You're gonna feel like you're shitting in public, like naked. I think they'd say naked, shitting naked in public is what they would say. And I see that a bit. You know, it's you know, I know that some people know about me and probably hate me, and that's a weird thing. You know, and I know some people know about me and they pray for me or they bring me cookies. You know, and there's this kind of this intimacy that happens with art where you can withhold yourself and maybe get away with it. You know, I'm sure a lot of the pop stars don't actually have to bleed their soul out. But I think in this genre, and just in general, if you're going to do good writing, whether it's you're trying to write a good song or trying to write a good book, yeah, you're going to bleed out, you know. Even if it's fiction. I had a fiction professor in college say that fiction's the most honest genre because you're in every line. And you can't pick and choose where you are or where you aren't. You're always in it. And so I think, you know, good art, you invest yourself into it, you expose yourself, and that's why it can be scary. You know, it's not always for the faint of heart, I guess. That's good. And I even, one of my favorite musicians is Jack Antonoff. He writes for Bleachers and did Fun, a lot of that work. And I know that he was talking about, you know, even some of the, you know, best pop songs are the ones that are honest and out. And you know. I agree. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it took me a long time to really come to this conclusion because I've always just been a stick up my butt underground music guy, but I think that you know, pop music it's not irredeemable. You know, it can be good, it can be well written, it can. Michael Jackson, of course, you know, wrote every song Michael Jackson wrote is better than any song we'll ever write. You know what I mean? And that's pop. So pop can be good, I guess. It's just it's easy to get fixated on like a lot of the stuff I hear on the radio and just be like, pop's the worst. But right, no, I get it.
It's true. It's a good point.
I understand. And yeah, I'm not going to keep you any longer, but what date are you most excited for as far as like Warped Tour goes? Got any plans afterwards even? I mean, I'm not saying this because it's the last day of Warped Tour, even though, yes, it will be relieving to be like, oh, it's over. You know, I can go. But the last day of Warped Tour is our home show. Okay. It's in Pomona, Los Angeles, California. So. Okay. That'll be neat. That'll be cool. You guys gonna write after the tour? I know you guys released the album last year, so the album cycle is almost over. Or? Yeah. I think people can expect an album about this time next year. Okay. We are already currently writing. If you listen to our music, you'll probably get the vibe that it took a little while to write. You know, hopefully. Maybe someone thinks it's all random, but for us, it's not random. But so we've been working on it for actually 6 months now. But it's going to be another 6 months of hard writing and work until I think we have something that we're very proud of. I wish we were cool in punk rock and you could just be like, you know, jam, there's a record, deal with it. But we're actually just like, we're just like, but if this happens and I'm like, okay, I'm writing about space and time, but this is more, you know, I don't know, we get way in our heads. It's such a weird process, but it's cool because when it's done, it's definitely not like, oh yeah, this is like a month of my life here as an album, but it's more like this was the last year and a half of my life. So that's kind of fun. Yeah. So the album's like Panic Room and Understanding Love is Lost and you know, Psych Escape. I wrote those in like way different time periods, and so it's fun because they kind of bring me back to different snapshots of my life. Does that make sense? Yeah, no, that does. I make YouTube videos, so every time I used to actually make a daily vlog, and like seeing, you know, I always made a point to like vlog every day. That's cool. Or like try to, you know, even if I'm sad or not feeling it, that way you can like learn about what you're going through, even if you don't post it, just a video of what you were going through that day.
Yeah,
or
it's like leaving a breadcrem.
Exactly.
If you're trying to understand.
And then at a certain point, you can even say, like, I can rewatch this, and I lived through this, and I got through it. So I think that's, another cool thing.
You sure you don't want this smoothie?
I mean, maybe.
It's really good.
Really, is it?
I swear I'm not poisoning it or spiking it.
No, it's good.
Yeah,
it is good. Yeah.
You didn't have the rest of it. We play in like an hour, and so whenever we play, like, and I get lunch, I like eat like a quarter of my lunch, and then I give it to my friend who doesn't have a lunch meal thing. Then I'll like drink like part of a smoothie and try to give it to someone.
You were probably my favorite. You'd be my best friend in middle school. I swear to God, I never brought a lunch.
Dude, yeah, I always hate. Yeah, because bands get catering, but the nonprofits, they can purchase catering, but it's expensive.
I understand.
Understandably so, because the food's great. But it's sometimes, anytime like our drummer's like, I'm just not gonna eat today, I'm like running to catering. I'm like, I gotta claim your meal. They're like, are you hungry? I'm like, no, but someone's gotta get this meal.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's
like,
really cool. Yeah.
It's some gourmet shit. Like this is like I think they're like $15 a meal.
That's awesome.
Like if you were to price it. I mean, the food here is like, you don't want to hear about the food. I know.
No, it's okay.
But it's like, one meal on Warped Tour is probably better than anything I've had for the last year. So you go like 2 months, and like I think that's how you get through the heat and the exhaustion and using your voice.
Look forward to catering.
And not just that, and like the nutrition. Your body's like, this is good stuff. It's good fuel. So it's awesome. Crazy. Yeah.
That's really awesome. All right. Well, I guess that does it for this interview. Do you have any last words at all?
I feel like I'm gonna die. The last words.
It's like, you're on your deathbed. What do you say?
I need to go poop right now. Which is funny because yesterday I was going poop when they called our name at the APMAs, and I was really embarrassed.
And that does it for this interview. My name is Brad, and I will see you guys again next time.
Thanks, Brad.
Bye. Yeah.
Thundering, soundless but somehow deafening. I can't go on. I'll strain my